Hi there, tennis friends. My name is Elpironkova, and today we're doing the topspin complete mastery. I will tell you how to hit your shot with topspin, and we'll break down this lesson in 5 major points. We're going to talk about how to hold the racket, what grip to use, what is your swing path on your racket, what is your ultimate contact point when you're hitting spin, how to follow through, and what body position to be in order to execute that perfect spin shot. After we're done with our 5 points, I will suggest some drills on how to work on your topspin. So before we continue, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me grow it more and make even better videos for you. Before I even start, talking about like how to spin on both forehand and backhand, I want to tell you what is a spin shot or a top spin shot. A spin shot that is hit under the ball, and the ball it's spinning towards you in this way, and after the ball bounces, it usually would bounce higher than a regular flat ball. Spin is also so great for controlling the ball because you can hit with force, but when you spin at the end, it really makes the ball rotate and it's easier to place it in. If you hit a complete flat shot, it's just not as easy to control. The balls sometimes fly out, so that's why we use so much topspin when we play tennis, and it's such an important part of the game to learn how to play it. Okay guys, so we're gonna start with number 1, what grip to use when you are hitting a forehand with spin. You will be hitting your ultimate grip on your spin shot will be the semi-western grip, or if you want to spin even more, will be the western grip on your forehand side. On your backhand side, the dominant hand, or if you're a righty, the right hand will be in a continental grip, and the non-dominant hand will be in forehand eastern grip. If you don't know these grips, there's a video here that you can click, and it will explain the grips in details, how to hit them for each shot, so you can watch that video later. For people who are using one-handed backhand, for them you will do the eastern backhand grip when you want to spin. Okay guys, so now we're going to talk about step number 2, which will be the swing path. Okay, so the swing path of a spin ball, it's very different than the typical forehand flat shot that you would hit. So when you're spinning, your racket starts at what we call like 6 o'clock. You can drop it all the way down to here, right? And as you're going forward, the motion goes all the way to 12 o'clock. You see how the racket goes from 6 o'clock all the way to 12 o'clock, and this is how you hit with that spin. It looks like this, the complete swing back. You're gonna go back, drop all the way down, contact somewhere around here, and then start spinning that ball, right? And as you're follow through, the racket really closes and it finishes up on your shoulder. So in this way, you're starting to rotate the ball as you're going under it, and you're brushing it and finishing it up. That's why if you hear your coach say brush the ball, that's what they mean. Drop the racket, get under, brush it. Or another way that we call that shot, it's the windshield wiper shot, because it makes that motion like the windshield on your car, right? That when it rains and the wipers are working, the windshield wiper motion. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is like a very open face of your racket. It's good to close the face a little bit, right, when you are doing the windshield wiper motion, because that will allow you to not lift the ball too much and still spin and still have a lot of pace to that ball, right? So open, but then start closing the face of the racket a little bit. Okay, for this to work, it's very important to have the arm loose. The arm cannot be stiff, it has to be loose in order for you to produce a good wiping windshield motion. Okay guys, so I'm showing you the swing path on the backhand. Again, racket goes back, you drop low, you follow through, contact in front, finish up on your shoulder. This is the swing path on the backhand. Boom. Okay, number 3, the contact point. Okay, contact point is super important for every shot. The ball has to be in front of you here, right? You're dropping the racket again, contacting here. And once you contact, there's still that like forward motion, right? The motion does not stop with the contact. You kind of have to lead the ball, take the ball on your racket and lead it forward and continue spinning until you finish all the way up on your shoulder, right? I'm showing you one more time. So you're here, boom, 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 contacting in front. After the contact, you still go in, right? You're still pushing through with the windshield wiper motion. And then you finish up on your shoulder. Contact point on your backhand side will be right here, again in front of you with a two-handed backhand, right? You again drop the racket down, you contact in front, and you continue the forward motion up and all the way up to your shoulder, right? You don't stop with the contact. That's a very important thing to remember, right? After the contact, there's the follow through, like there's like this much space where you really have to push so you can also engage your body, pushing onto that ball and hitting like a nice, clean spin shot on your backhand as well. Okay, I'm showing you with the one-handed backhand. Remember, it's Eastern grip. Here, and back here, I'm dropping all the way down. I'm following through. Boom, contact here and open with the spin motion. Okay, point number 5 in spinning your shot in the best possible way ever will be the finishing follow through all the way up to your shoulder. So you have to do it on each side on your forehand. Again, I'm showing finish all the way up. The way I actually teach the kids to do this is I want you to pinch your nose with the inside of your elbow. Like this is how high you want to finish, right? This is gonna produce a very nice spin if you finish here every time. Obviously, when we play, we can't finish there every single time, but it's a good, way to try to finish up almost every time. Sometimes you finish down here or here, and this is not a problem, but ideally you want to finish high, and this will mean that you have hit from all the way down here, all the way up here, and you spun that ball for all this space, and you created so much spin that hopefully it will be difficult for your opponent to retrieve that ball. Okay, same thing on your back, and you're gonna drop, tick, 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 all the way up, pinch your nose with the inside of your elbow, one-handed backhand, finishing high up, right? Spinning a lot. Okay, so the stance that I'm using on my forehand when I'm spinning is the semi-open stance. It looks like this, right? So if this is the neutral stance, one foot behind another, you just make a step with your back foot. You're right here in the semi-open stance. You're gonna bend low, contact. You're gonna open and you're gonna rotate. Remember that the rotation happens after you have sent the ball away, or kind of in the last, at the follow through. You rotate and open. Do not open while hitting, because that will result in a shot that is completely out of control. So forehand, semi-open stance when you spin. Back and two-handed backhand, you can do semi-open or neutral. I'll do semi-open when I'm spinning, right? When you are hitting two-handed backhand, you will be in a closed stance right here, or neutral stance. One to two closed stance. It's usually much easier for one-handed backhanders. You're gonna drop and hit and open. Okay, so a few drills that you can do for spin on your own are, first, number 1, the shadowing. Let's say you really like how Roger Federer hits that forehand spin, or like just pick a player that you really like and try to hit like them, right? Go somewhere. Imagine that you're hitting. You don't have to drop, you don't have to do anything, just mirror. That's why it's called shadowing. You're basically mirroring someone else's stroke over and over until you kind of teach your muscle memory to just basically hit like them. Okay, another drill that you can do kind of on your own, it's drop and brush, right? So you're gonna start with, you know, a bunch of balls. You're gonna start with your racket behind you in your semi-open stance like this, as we talked about. Racket, it's at 12 o'clock. You're just gonna drop and you're gonna work on that spin. Drop in front of you. Try to execute all of the points that I just taught you in the video so far. You can also have a ball machine that repetitively hits the ball on one of your shots that you're working on, and do the same thing. Just drop, get under, and hit those spins repetitively over and over. You can also do that same thing against the wall. Again, if you don't have a ball machine, chances are there is a wall somewhere in your neighborhood where you can go and hit against it and focus on dropping the racket and brushing the ball, and you'll be able to improve on your topspin like this. Okay guys, if you thought this video was helpful, please like it and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.